Hey, Tamara Tamu here. Welcome back to another episode of Unleashed Alchemy, where on this channel we talk about going against the grain so that you can bring the unseen into the scene. So, there are a few things that I want to share with you, a few things that I'm working on. But first, let me say this. One of the most interesting things that I noticed when I decided to be courageous enough to do the inner clearing and the inner work that I needed to do to deconstruct from programming, religious programming specifically, and really programming in general. One of the most interesting things that I found was that many of the stories and ideas that were taught in the church, that pastors preached about every Sunday morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, if you went to church during the week, okay? Many of those stories and ideas, all of the stories and ideas, they never changed. They were the same year after year after year after year. There was no elevation, there was no expansion. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because we know, if you are living in the US of A at least, this religious holiday, Easter, that people call Easter, is today. And right now, there are millions of people that are sitting in their churches watching the same story, whether it's someone preaching about it, whether there's some play, Easter play happening. But my point is that it is the same thing. It is the same story. Why am I bringing this up? Because just those two aspects that I just mentioned, about there being no elevation, no change, no expansion, that right there goes against your true nature. And what is your true nature? As a sovereign being, your true nature is cosmic. Your true nature is expansive because your soul is expansive. You cannot put your soul inside one book. You cannot put your soul inside one idea. You cannot put your soul inside one story. You cannot put your soul inside any type of programming strategy, step-by-step guide. No, that is not the nature of your soul. We're spirit first. So your soul came here automatically expanded. Your spirit is automatically expanded. You came here without consciousness of limitation, without any type of consciousness of restriction, without any type of consciousness of being in a box that was foreign to you. But programming handed us a set way of being. Programming handed us a set way to think. Programming handed us a set way to talk, to speak, to just to be expressed in the world. So why am I bringing this up? So when you leave church, and again, we can apply this to any type of programming, but specifically religion. So when you leave church, when you leave it physically, that's amazing. Because you're following your soul's guidance. You're saying, I don't know what's on the other side of this, but I know this is not it. You're following your soul because your soul is expanding. Your soul is saying, come up, be elevated, be liberated. And sometimes in that liberation can come with a lot of other things too, that can feel, quite frankly, chaotic. And you may not know what to do with this freedom or this newfound liberation, but you just know that there is another step for you. There are more steps for you. So that is where I come in. I am noticing so many people that are leaving the church. They're just walking away. They're literally just saying, fuck this. However, they know that their soul has a particular expression and a particular destiny that needs to be uncovered, and they don't know how to uncover it because there's programming operating in their nervous system that just simply needs to be cleared out. So I've created a brand new program, and I hate to say the word program, but I'm going to call it an event that I've created that will begin June 7th. This will be a live online event, okay? That is a paid event where I will be teaching over 6 sessions, which I may add a few more, haven't decided yet. But in those sessions, we're going to cover different aspects, and you're going to be walking away from each session with implementation, with ways to implement what you have learned. Through each session, I'm going to be walking you through what you can do to clear out programming so that the sovereign in you can be expressed, so that your liberation can be full and complete, so that you can walk in your way of practicing your spirituality with complete confidence and surety, so that you can reconnect with your body, so that you can reconnect with your true identity, so that you can reconnect with your intuition, so that you can reconnect with your own spirit. And in so doing that, as you are liberated on the inside, that liberation automatically shows up in your physical world. It shows up in your money, shows up in your relationships. It shows how you interact with other people, shows up in your relationships, shows up in your business. Because when you are programmed, it gets into your cells, so it becomes your identity. And that religious programming has to come out because it's covering up the truth of you. So, if that sounds like something that is aligned for you, let me tell you this. No, let me go back. If it is something that is aligned for you, the link to check out even more details of the event that begins June 7th, I will leave the link in the description box of this video, and you can read more on that page, okay? When you decide to make the investment in your freedom, in your liberation, just know that yes, the event starts June 7th, but your liberation starts right now. In this moment, in this second, if you've even made it this far in this video, liberation has already begun for you. It is here, it is now. It took me over 20 years to get here. Doesn't have to take you that long at all. It's not necessary. So go check out the event, okay? It is called Deconstructing Religion, Discovering Sovereignty. The link is in the description box of this video, okay? So if you have any questions, you can send me an email, unleashedalchemy.com, or leave your question in the comments, okay? So until next time, be sovereign.